Hi everyone, my name is Matthew and I'm the pre-sales engineer for Exalate. Today we are going to integrate Zendesk with Jira Cloud. So Exalate is a decentralized tool, so that means we will have to install it on both sides of the connection. So to do that, we go to exalate.com/integrations, and then here we will find all the issue trackers that Exalate supports. So I got two instances opened. With Google Chrome groups, it's really easy to see and to follow where I am. So we have Google Jira Cloud here on the left side, and we have Zendesk on the right side. So we want to integrate both of those systems. So what do? Is we install Exalate on both sides. And after you have installed it, under the app section here, you will see Exalate. If you go there, here is the user interface of Exalate. So we got all this user interface, and during this demonstration, I will show you all about it. So for Zendesk, we will also install it. And after it has been installed here on the left side, you will see Exalate, and we can open it up in a new tab. And then here we can see it's exactly the same user interface. So that makes it really easy to integrate not only between these two systems, but also to integrate with all the issue trackers that we support. So let's get going. There is only one thing that we need to do to integrate, and that is to make a connection between these two applications. So we go to connections, and then we click here on initiate connection. So what do we need? The destination instance URL. So I go to the destination instance, and I will take the URL of it. I will copy paste it here. We will see that we have three options here. We got a basic option, a visual option, and a script option. So the basic option is an option that has a no-code solution. So it's good for when you want to do really small use cases. For example, if you only want to synchronize over 4 fields, which are summary, attachments, comments, and description. And then this is only for manual triggers. So you also have a visual option and a script option. So this is with the paid subscription. And what does it give you? It gives you the full capability of Exalate. The difference between these two is that the visual option offers a more visual approach and also a little bit more of a centralized approach, because you will need administrative access on both sides. The script option is the full decentralized aspect. So here both sides can line by line decide, okay, what do I want to send over? And how do I apply the information that I have received? You do not need to be admin on both sides. So in this demonstration, I will go over all three. So let's start with the basic one. So we click on basic, we click next. So we can decide if we have admin access or not. I have admin access, so I will click here. And then here I will accept the invitation. So if something is coming over from Zendesk, where am I going to populate it? So that's what's being asked here, and I confirm it. So let's see. So let's put this in the right Google Chrome group, and let's add a ticket. So let's say, for example, your Thursday ticket 1 with basic connection. More information in the description. So let's create it. So what do we need to do is we need to go to the issue. We need to select the key. And then go here and we paste it here. And we click on Exalate. So this is the no code option. So it's super simple, super straightforward. And then we will see this ticket appear into Zendesk. Of course, vice versa, same thing happens. So we have a remote link here. So if I click here on the 1643, then here we have the ticket in Zendesk. So I can say here, for example, I received it in Zendesk when I submit it. So we can see here on the left side, on the right side, the status, where it is, and the remote link. So that is also the case for Jira Cloud. So on Jira Cloud, you have Let's put it here. So on Jira Cloud, you have Exalate automatically added here. So if I click on Open Exalate, you will see here the updates. So we can see that that Kamal, which is a user that is logged into Zendesk. So the user and then commented and then the value of the comment. So this Exalate, what is it? It's the proxy user that you can assign in Jira Cloud. So basically, if you want to have the information go through a certain user, you can modify that into the application on Jira Cloud. So that is the basic connection. So let's move on to the script connection or the visual connection first. So let me deactivate it here, and let's also go to Zendesk, and I will deactivate it here too. So let's start again. Let's click on Initiate Connection. We select the URL of the destination instance. Click Visual this time. So we want to integrate Zendesk with Jira Cloud. Visual connection demonstration. Yep. Click on Next. So we do need administrator access on both sides because this is a more centralized approach. So you will see in a second that if you have this connection set up from the both sides, you can map fields to other fields. You can map statuses to statuses, comments to comments, and also custom fields, etc. So let's look at that. Okay, congratulations, configure sync. So 2 steps. The first step is the scope. So the scope is, okay, when am I going to synchronize? And should it be manual or automatic? So this is Zendesk and this is Jira Cloud. So right now it's a manual sync. So it is the same as the basic option. So I will have to click manually on Exalate and it will synchronize over. So if I want to have it automatic, I can, for example, say every single task should go automatically to this project. Vice versa, I want to have the same. So I want to say every single task with a backlog status should automatically sync over. So now we are going to the mapping of the fields. And out of the box, as you can see, there is 10 fields already pre-configured. So everything from status, tags, all the way up to assignee and reporter. So all of this is bidirectionally synchronized. So we can change that, of course. If you want the status, so if I click here on edit, if I want the status to only be unidirectional from Zendesk to Jira, then I would do it like this. The same I can do with everything else. Now, if I have some custom fields, I can add a mapping. So I can click here, add mapping. And then here I have all my custom fields. So for example, Jira issue key is a custom field. If I want to have that go bidirectionally over to color name, which is another custom field, this is how I would do it. I save the mapping and I will publish it. So there is also an option if you want to do a little bit of scripting to add a script. So if you click here on the arrow down, you can say, okay, I want to add a script, and then we can add a little bit of groovy statements. So let's test it out. The scope was a task from Zendesk to Jira automatically, and then a task with backlog status from Jira to Zendesk. So changes have been published. So right now, if I create a task and I say visual mode ticket from Zendesk, yeah, select it's a task, submit it as new, then let's see what happens. So Automatically, you have Exalate here embedded, and then there's a polling ratio of 20 seconds. So every 20 seconds, it will iterate over all possible entities. As you can see, we got lucky, so it's instantly picked up. We can see all the time the status update, and then soon enough, we will see it appear into Jira Cloud. So either I can wait here and click the remote link, or I can go to Jira Cloud, go to my project, and then here we will see I have this here. So this is the task that has appeared in Jira Cloud. I also have here Exalate, so I always know where it is. And then you can say received in Jira Cloud. Let's add an attachment. So and I click save. We can see it's in progress now. So let's go back to Zendesk side, and then we can already see the comments. So we have the name and then the value, and here we have the picture. So this is how the visual mode works. So let's jump into the script mode. So let me deactivate this one, and then we can jump into the visual mode. Sorry, the script mode. Okay, so last step, the script mode. So let's put the whole process here. 0 again, let's click on initiate connection. Let's start from Jira Cloud this time. Let's take the URL. Let's paste it here. Select the script mode, Jira Cloud with Zendesk, script mode. Okay, I click next. So if something's coming in from Zendesk, where should I populate it? I can select that here and I click initiate. I get a code because it is a decentralized solution and we're using that full capability right now. So I get a code and I send it to the admin on the other side. So luckily I am also an admin on the other side, but otherwise you send it over to the admin on the other side and then he or she will accept the invitation, paste the code, click next, and that's it. So we are ready to go. Let's click on configure sync to see how it is working. So let me also do that in Jira Cloud. So I can be here in Jira Cloud. And this is how the script mode works. So we have 2 processors on each side. So we got an outgoing sync, which is sending information. And then we got an incoming sync, which is assigning information that was sent over. So again, outgoing sync is sending over information. So all the information that you see here on the right is what I take a copy of and I put that into a JSON. So that's called a replica object. And I send this over encrypted with HTTPS TLS 1.2 encryption over to Zendesk. So the replica here with all of the information of the fields on the right is getting sent over to Zendesk. And then I need to look on the incoming sync, because this is how we assign that information. So the replica.labels is the labels from Jira Cloud, and I'm assigning that to the labels of the issue of Zendesk. Same with summary, description, attachments, and comments. Vice versa, same thing happens. So all the fields here on the right are from Zendesk. I'm taking a copy of that. That's getting sent over. And then here on the incoming sync, first I'm checking, okay, where am I going to populate it, in which project key? So if I want to add some logic to it, on a certain value, I want to have it populated to a different project, I can add some if statements here. Then I select the type name, and then again, the replica summary. So this is the summary of Zendesk. I assign it to the summary of Jira Cloud. So if we now want to add some custom fields, for example, then we will just add them on the outgoing sync. So let's create a ticket. So let's say ticket script connection. And then here we have, for example, color name. So it's enough to just copy paste this and add it here. So I can say replica dot custom field 1 equals issue dot color name. So let's see how that comes over. So let's send this ticket over. So we can go to the tickets, we can click here on open Exalate, and then we select our project and we click on Exalate. Okay, so we can see that it's in progress. And what we will do is we will check what is inside of that replica, and then we can see how we can assign it. So we have a remote link. So let's click that remote link. You can also just go to Zendesk. And then here we have it. So this is again bidirectional. And then let's do something cool now. So we can copy here the key. And then we go to entity sync status. So entity sync status, I put it here. So this is more information about the synchronization. So show remote replica is the replica that we construct inside of the outgoing sync in Jira. So here is all of those fields. So we can see that I need to add something into this. The sky is blue, for example. And then you will see that right now, this value, we put it here into outgoing sync, and then it will appear inside of the remote replica. So if I click here, I can see here that we added it because we added the value. So we have that information now in Zendesk. So the only thing we need to do now is to assign that to a field in Zendesk. So let's find a field in Zendesk, for example, asset serial number. So let's copy that. Let's go to connections. Let's find our connection. And then I need to go to the incoming sync because I will assign something. So I say issue dot. I paste here the asset serial number and then replica dot custom field one. That's it. So now that value is getting assigned. Now let's do a update. And then we will see that this color name will appear inside of this text field. So this is how Exalate works. As you can see here, it is populated. And this is how we can play around with it. So this is about custom fields, but we can, of course, also do statuses. So let's say, for example, if we put it to pending, then on Jira Cloud, we want to have it go to done. So that doesn't make sense. Just want to show you how customizable Exalate is. So first things first is we go to the outgoing sync, and then here we have the status. So we send over the status from Zendesk to Jira Cloud. So that is step one. If it wasn't there, we would have had to add it. Then we go to the incoming sync of Jira Cloud. And then let's see, because there is also some dummy code here. So we have user synchronization, comment synchronization, status synchronization, custom field synchronization. So at the end of the day, it's just a little bit about copy pasting the dummy code and adding and changing the values. So let me decomment out these 3 lines. And then this is on a basis of remote status, column local status. So let's see first how that the status comes over. So I just duplicate this tab. I go to entity sync status. Let's take the key here to get more information about the replica. Let's click search remote replica. And then we have the status here. So status.name is new. So Zendesk always sends everything with a lower capital. So let's see here. So if you want to have it in pending, it should go to done. So let's leave this for the rest like this. So we know it comes over in replica status name, as you just saw. And then according to this hash map, we are putting the status of the issue according to it, according to this statement. And if you don't find it, we put a default value. So let's click on publish. And then here, let's put this. So changing the status in progress or pending. Okay, let's check it out. Let's just check if we published it. Yeah. Okay, so here we can see that it is right now into done. So hopefully this has been useful. If you have any questions or other things you would like to see, please feel free to make a YouTube comment. And yeah, goodbye.